In this example, we're being asked to prove triangle ABC congruent to triangle EDC, and the information we are given is that angle A is congruent to angle E, and side BC is congruent to side DC. I'm going to start by marking my givens. So angle A is congruent to angle E, so I'm going to put the same markings on those two angles. And BC is congruent to DC, so I'll put the same marking on those two sides. Now, in order to prove triangles congruent, I need 3 pieces of information. And right now, I only have 2 pairs of congruent pieces. So I'm thinking back the other things that we've learned, and I recognize that I have a pair of vertical angles right here. And so I'm going to be able to say that those are congruent by the vertical angles theorem, or the fact that all vertical angles are congruent. So now I have a plan. I'm also going to notice what order I have these in. I notice that I have 2 angles and then a side. So I'm going to use the angle-side congruence theorem to prove this. So I will go ahead and set up my flowchart. I have my 3 pieces of information. I personally like to remind myself what I'm going to put in each piece right there. So I'll start by saying that angle A is congruent to angle E, and the reason is it's given information. Okay, that's how I know it's true. Now, the piece of information that I found out is the fact that I have vertical angles congruent. Now, notice that there's 1, 2, 3, 4 angles right there, so I can't just call that angle C. I'm going to call the first angle ACB, so angle ACB is congruent to, and going in a corresponding order on the other triangle, I'll do ECD. And the reason is vertical angles are congruent. My last piece that I was given is that BC is congruent to DC. And again, that's given information. And those 3 things lead to the fact that the 2 triangles are congruent, which is what I was trying to solve or prove. So triangle ABC is congruent to triangle EDC, and the reason is angle-side congruence.